Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey, hey. 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 Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey.
and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully everybody is doing A-okay, and we are back for another stream, more content on your head top. So yeah, bless up to everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. And yeah, man, we're here to talk about Bayern again. But no, we'll get into it. Bless up to everybody though. I hope everybody's good. I hope the stream is good, as in quality-wise, and connection and so on, because yesterday I did watch-alongs with Zia and so on, and my internet died last night, and I mean died fully. It was not working on any device for about five or six times, bro. So it was peak. But anyway, we're here, man. We're here. So fingers crossed you can hear me and so on. But yeah, smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. Bless up to everybody. As soon as this stream is done, we're going to head over to another stream where we're going to play some FIFA over there. So yeah, man. Packed day for content. We're going to have a show later tonight. We're going to have two special shows later on tonight. So yeah, man. But yeah, big up. Winners Time says Eze from Crystal Palace would cook. I agree. I'm not going to disagree with you. But yeah, let's get into what's being said. Smash the likes. Let's go. So it says here, Bayern higher ups are not in a rush. I'll give him Max Eberl the time he needs to complete the transfers. While Eberl continues to be closely and critically observed by the supervisory board, the club's bosses have understanding that major attacking reinforcements need time and are showing patience. That wasn't the case with the contract extensions at the beginning of the year. The supervisory board pushed hard and had no understanding for Erbel's wait and see approach. So basically, from what's being said here, we are okay, and we as a club are chilling. You know, us fans here on the Bayern View community, people that aren't in the community yet, whatever you want to say. Let's not beat around the bush with it. Like, we all want transfers in. We're all pissed off that we can. How many transfers can we actually name? Hudson was shit yesterday against Halal, but that's a player that we could get in and get rid of Kim and Jay. We could have got in Cherky. Why have we not touched Cherky? Why did we not go in for Kvaratskhelia in January? You know what I mean? This whole it needs time. No, it doesn't. When you move like a big club, bro, come on, man. You move like a big club. You act like a big club, bro. And that just is what it is. So, yeah, man. Always on bless up, always on side. Yo, bro, I'm a new sub after months. Told his viewers to sub to you after you rated his show. Just out of curiosity, why Bayern? Is there an English team you support too? No, I don't support any English team, bro. I support Bayern and Bayern only. Now the reason for it, basically, I was a wrestling child. And I love John Cena and all of this and all of that, so on and so forth, WWE and all of that. I didn't have the backing. That sounds mad. But when you have a dad or a granddad or a mum or whatever it is that supports the team, I didn't have that. So for me, it was all wrestling. And then when I got into football, first game I watched was the Champions League final when Chelsea won it. Now you would say, why are you not a Chelsea fan then? Iron Robin was the guy that stood out for me. And then from then, I watched him the next season when they were ripping people apart. And again, it was him. He was like, okay, yeah, I want to support the club that he plays for. So if he would have moved, I might be a fan of a different club. But he was obviously Bayern, and he stayed at Bayern for the rest of the tenure and so on. So, yeah, man. But yeah, bless up to Mons as well. Big up to him every single time. I don't necessarily like Liverpool at times, but nah, he's a good creator, bro. So bless up to him 1,000. And I'd love to make content with him one day. So yeah, man. But yeah, big up to everyone. But yeah, like, again, look at all of the transfers we've missed out on. And again, Cherky wasn't the greatest yesterday, but like 30 million is like spending a penny on a chocolate bar. You can't do that over here in the UK. you're going to have to be given like £2 to get a decent sized chocolate bar, if not more. You know what I mean? And it's like we're moving like frauds, and it does my absolute nutting, because the way I see it is we could be moving in this market if we were moving serious. Like Florian Wirtz's deal literally passed, you know. He is basically a Liverpool player. I know that there hasn't been him holding the shirt, the interview, and blah, 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 but he is basically a Liverpool player, right? So then why are we not going for, like, go and get me someone, you know? It looks like Gyökeres might be pushing towards the Premier League. Like, why not just go and pick him up? Play Harry Kane at the 10. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really understand it. Do you think Bacola will come? I believe his... yeah, but from what's being said, mate, apparently there's something in the contract or something. Someone was saying in my stream, I don't know, take it with a pinch of salt, because I don't know if it's true or not, but someone in my stream the other day, was it yesterday, I think, was saying something about with Bradley Bacola, he only gets a new management in August. I guess there's a contract. I don't understand it, mate, to be honest with you. So if that's the case, then it's very interesting in itself. Why am I lagging? I can see on my screen that I'm lagging. Hopefully I'm not lagging for you guys, but if I'm lagging here, I probably am. What's going on? But yeah, like, what do I think Bacola? I think he's probably the hardest player to get, mate, because he wants to stay at PSG, which why wouldn't you? You've literally just won a freaking treble, going for a sick tuple. Get out of my face, fly. You know, so yeah, that's personally how I see it, brother. That's personally how I see it. But it is interesting to see who we're going to get. But again, like, cool. Do transfers need time? Yeah, but this is the problem that Bayern Munich have been going through. Is the fact that, you know, we understand as fans that you know, transfers take time, but we were that set on getting Wirtz. Why not have other options? Okay, we could get Cherky if not. We could go for Cunha if not. I don't think he's good enough. Whatever. You know, we could go for this. We could go for that. Why are we not doing that? Instead, we're sat here like, you know, a sack of potatoes now because we didn't go and do what we needed to do. You know what I mean? Like, again, we could have got Stiller, Huijsen, and we could have got Cherky, and still would have had money on top. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. They move backwards, bro. They move backwards. But yeah, Bayern's gone soft. That's what it is. Bacola won't leave. He will be playing a lot of games as well. Yeah. There we go. And why would you want to leave, though? You know what I mean? Like, let's say, like, why would you? You know what I mean? Like, cool, coming to Bayern Munich's a big club. Don't get it twisted. We've got more history than PSG, but that's not the point. PSG are the better team right now. You know, they're smashing teams left, right, and centre. So, at least get Gyökeres, Leao, or Eze. Better not see Matoma or Gakpo with a Bayern shirt unless they will be backups. I'm not necessarily going to disagree with you. I just don't really know what to say on this club at this minute. You know what I mean? It's like, obviously there hasn't been as many streams recently because there's no news. But at the same time, it's like, what are they actually doing? I would actually love to know, like, are they actually doing something? Are they just sat eating fucking pretzels or some shit, like some schnitzel, having a beer or something? Like, I'm cool for relaxing, but, like, you got a job to do, big man. Go and get me some players. You know what I mean? Like, Bayern Munich need to be the top dog again. You know what I mean? None of this bullshit where it's like, it's so dumb. Big up, touchdown. It just makes no sense. I don't understand it personally. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll just have to wait and see, unfortunately. Seems to be the case. Did you get raided or something? No, man. This is the Bayern View, brother. No, I didn't get raided. Well, if I did get raided, no one has said anything about a raid. So, but yeah, man. So that's the thing, man. We'll have to wait and see what happens on it. But we know for a while that there will be players going out. Players will be going out. It's just going to be who is the players going out. You know what I mean? So it looks like Kingsley Coman's still pushing away. It looks like Kim Min-jae will be sold. You know, from what the report was saying the other night, it was saying that Bayern Munich will get 135 million for, like, that's what they're planning on getting for player sales. You know, then you deep it in the fact that we're going to have, then you deep it in the fact that we're going to have Club World Cup money. Now, if we win it, obviously more money. But either way, no matter if we were to get knocked out in the group, which ain't going to happen, but knocked out in the group, knocked out in the round of 16, quarters, semis, lose the final, whatever, you're still going to get a good amount of money. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting, like, he needs to cook. Eberl needs to cook. Now, I think that most of the better players out there, realistically, have gone. But there are still players out there that you could go and get. But again, you've got to put your money where your mouth is. That's the problem, and Bayern don't seem to want to do that. So, you know, go and get me Eze. You know what I mean? Go and get me Van der Ven. You know what I mean? Bastoni. You know, we need a centre back. You know, like, me personally, I don't think he's good enough to play for Bayern, and I think he's going to go to Chelsea. But, you know, Gittins. You know what I mean? Why not give Brian Zaragoza game time? You know, like Morgan Rogers. You know what I mean? I'll tell you, he's cooking that. Absolutely. Bless up, bro. Bless up to you every single time. Like, why not? Why were we not trying to push for like a Brahimi? I know he's just signed a new deal before someone says it in my chat. How's that noise outside? You know, why we're not going to push for an Alagura? Like, this is the problem, bro. That, like, Leipzig have got Noussair. Why are we not pushing for him? This is the problem. So yeah, man, we've got to push on, bro. And we've got man, we've got to push on, and we've got to go and make some transfers, because, you know, there ain't no beating around the bush. This team is not good enough to be pushing for 2 trophies this season. It's not. We might get one. Obviously, we've got to see what's going to happen with the rest of the teams, but Ten Hag, he's obviously going to get some more players in. It'd be hilarious if they were Man United rejects, because then it would be funny to see them in the league. But I know my luck, he'll end up getting them fucking performing. But yeah, man, like, there's loads of players out there. You know, why not go and get me Retegi? You know, you know what I mean? Go and get me Retegi. There's a striker you can go get me. Go and get me Nkunku then. You know what I mean? Go and get me someone, rather than us just saying, oh, I think we should get this player. Oh, I think we should get that player. We can all do this. We could do this for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? Not to be on a deep setting, but, you know, me and Touchline could literally go live for the rest of our lives. Obviously, we need to eat and so on. But, like, take that part out of it. We could just say, oh, yeah, I think Man United are going to win the Champions League in 2029. Oh, yeah, Bayern Munich are going to win the Champions League in 2036. It's not hard to speak. You know what I mean? But when we're not actually going and doing the business that we need to do, you know, you're just not going to see it, which is frustrating. Look at Inter. They just got slapped 5-0 and then they went and signed a player. You know? So, yeah, like, that's personally how I see it. But I need to sort it out. And we need to go and get some players in. Like, there's loads of players. There really is loads of players out there. Obviously, you have to pay the money, but with Bayern Munich, we have money. You know what I mean? You know, Rodrigo's out there. We could go and get him. I would have loved Marmoush. Marmoush would have been perfect. But yeah, the likelihood of getting Marmoush is very slim, of course. But yeah, Arda Güller's out there. You know, if you were to make a push for him and he wanted to leave, you could get him now. Obviously, you've got on that basis again. Morgan Rogers would be perfect. Eze would be perfect. You know, there is Alex Baena. Has he moved yet? Alex Baena? I'm not sure. I know that there was news on the Nico stuff, but obviously it's towards Barca. Let's have a look at that quick. I see it was Fabrizio, wasn't it? Fabrizio Romano. I seen that earlier. Where is it? Okay, that's 2 seconds. good shit. I could do so. Yeah, here it is. Share this on the screen. Yeah. So this is what I'm seeing. So this is what I seen this morning when I woke up. Ooh, just locked my phone. Nico Williams and Barca have agreed personal terms on a 6-year deal. Rascal, man said 6-year deal. Agreement sealed on the player's contract until June 2031 with a salary in the region of 7 to 8 million per net per season. Bayern. Barca are currently working on financial terms to get the deal done with Athletic. So, bro, realistically, they don't need players and they're still going and getting players. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So dumb. Vanna seemed to perform very poor every game. Seems like he won't reach his potential at this rate. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. 8 million net per year is around 18 million. 18 million a year, by the way. Yeah, it's just, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's peak. It's so peak. But yeah, again, they're going to get the business done. And he's probably going to cook for them as well, which is so frustrating. What's this? Okay, to lose, don't care about that. What's this? Arsenal, okay, Thomas Partey, can't give a fuck about him. I've never seen a new deal towards the agreement. So yeah, 6-year deal, by the way. 6 freaking years. That's a big old deal. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, though, that you gotta go and do the business. Because if you don't, then shit hits the fan. But yeah, for me, I wanna see what we do against Boca. We're gonna have some stuff out tonight around that, and obviously we'll push again tomorrow with the preview, the press conference reaction, so on and so forth. But yeah, man, let's see what happens. Because at the end of the day, the way I see it is we need to fix up, because we're not hitting the levels that we should hit realistically. Like, we're actually not. And it's a bit sad, to be honest with you. When Muller leaves after the Club World Cup, Gnabry is the only backup attacker we have, and he's backup for striker, left wing, right wing. Cam, at least get a backup attacker now. Exactly, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, who would you? Look, so I'm gonna read out some names because I've got pictures on my phone. Because I was doing a video on certain names we could sign. Like, so Ezevev, right? He's a young player. I don't know how much he would cost, but again, young centre back. Why not go and get him? He could be a backup. I'm only going to try and say backups. Bijak, maybe a backup. Matoma, why not get him? He would be a perfect backup. Alex Bayern is a young player. He would be a perfect backup. Go and get me Antonio Noussair from Leipzig. Why not? Why not? Go and get me Retegui. Liam, I rewatched the game yesterday. We were cooking, but the 2 horrendous Brazilian bandits lost the ball every time they touched it in the second half, obviously. So what is your opinion then, Baron, on the game as a whole? Obviously, you got a draw. It wasn't a terrible result. Realistically, in my opinion, you should have lost. But at the same time, you could have won, because obviously you would have got the penalty, and obviously he missed it or got saved, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, man, Muller deserves one more year. You ain't gonna get me saying otherwise, mate. You ain't gonna get me saying otherwise. Big up, Cole. How are you, brother? All those backups you mentioned cost 50 million, and our board doesn't want to spend more than 20 to 15 on a backup. Who would you go in for them? Who's a good backup out there that it's going to be cheaper? Like, what are we thinking? Someone like a Perisic? Because I'd take Perisic, bro. I'd take him in a heartbeat. I think Perisic is amazing. So smash the likes, by the way, people. We've got 65 people in here. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, man, smash the damn likes. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. On the road to 10k subs. That's the main goal. But yeah, man. Nearly at 5.1. Nearly at 5.1. So yeah, hopefully we can hit 6k soon. I saw a lot of positives, like times we had our halal pinned down, okay, where Arda stepped into the pivot. We had so much more of the ball, okay. We lost nothing defensively. I'm fed up with Tuchemani. So would you get rid of Tuchemani then, Baron? Like the way you're seeing it, would you get rid of him? I'm very interested to know your opinion on Tuchemani, because a lot of clubs out there would go for Tuchemani. I think he would fit in Bayern's team. But obviously Real Madrid are Real Madrid, man. There ain't no ifs, buts, and maybes about it. Don't necessarily like the way the clubs run, but at the same time, one thing that they do is go and get the superstars in when they're younger and they're cheaper, and then they make them, even better. So this hair will not leave me alone. Go away. I lost my ball. Yeah, 77 people locked in, man. I've been crying for Tuchemani to get shipped for 2 years. Oh shit. Okay, interesting. So who would you want in the pivot instead? Like, do you have a player that you would put in the pivot, or is there someone you would sign? What are you thinking? Because, like me personally, I would ship out Kimmich because he ain't gonna play right back. So why not go and go and do that? I want a pivot of Camavinga and Arda if we don't sign Stiller. Okay, so you do want Stiller. Okay, we can agree that we want Stiller. Okay, someone like too many comments coming in. I can need to read this. Someone like Bakayoko could cost 20 million, but he's not versatile. He could only play right wing. We should get players more versatile to cover multiple positions. Since yeah. 100, and I'm on that. So I think Eberl will scout someone like Olasey, underrated and good and worth the money, in my opinion. Mate, Kaiser, I hope you're right, bro. I really, really hope you're right. This is the year of the heartbreak, buddy. First Florian to Liverpool, Nico to Barca. We should sign Rodrigo. He has the mentality which is most needed. Mia Samia to you too. Bless up every single time. Mate, Stiller is unreal. Whoever signs him, have a wonderful player for the years to come. Yeah, man. And do you know what the worst thing about it is, Baron, bro? That guy should be in my club. He was a youth product, and Hansi Flick got rid of him. I think it's probably one of the worst things Hansi Flick has ever done, because the guy's a superstar. He really is. People might not see it yet, but trust me, he is. He's gonna be the German general in like the midfield for the next 10 years, as long as he doesn't get injured. Obviously that's ill if buts and maybes, but but yeah, no, 1,000. I'm with that. I really am. And that's why I want him. I want him in my midfield. Because let's say that Pavlo does make it as an 8 and a brilliant 8, and then we've got Tom Bischoff that makes it as a brilliant 8 or a 6. Then you bring in Stiller as well. You've got 3 young German players. Like, gone the days where you used to have like half our team freaking German, or we had a good amount of superstars that were German. You know what I mean? Like, you've got Waldermaid out there. He doesn't play for us. You've got Stiller out there. He doesn't play for us. Obviously, Florian Wirtz doesn't play for us. He's obviously could have had the chance to, but he's obviously chose otherwise. I'm trying to think who else is a superstar that is German. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Schlotterbeck, maybe, if you want to put him in there. In current scenario, it looks like we end up signing a Tamer from Brighton. Maybe. I'm waiting for Company to play Karamocha. Seems like no one hypes him, but he is planned to be our backup cam. Yeah, man. Get it in, bro. Why not? Why not, man? 91 people in here, bro. 91 people in here. Smash the damn likes. Hit the subscribe button and get involved in the chat, man. Bless up for being in here. What does he say? We had a problem with Carlo as well, but you could have played the entire midfield of your academy graduates, and it would have been best midfield in the world, bar PSG, which is crazy. Yep. No, I mean it's dumb. Yeah. It's dumb, bro. I don't get it. You know, and like, don't get it twisted. I'm not out here one of those saying, you know, we have to play the youth or you know, the youth has to play or anything like that. Because we could ship all of the players off in our team and just bring the youth players up. We're gonna get relegated. You know what I mean? We would get relegated. That's fact. But at the same time, like, why not at least give them a chance? You know, most of... am I still here? I hope I'm still here. I hope my internet hasn't gone again. Just Google. Okay, no, okay, it's just my game that's disconnected. But yeah, like most of our... like Carl, why is Carl not being given a chance? Why has these other players not been given a chance? Like, I want to see Esnu. I want to see Esnu starting. He, for me, no, the stream's fine. Thank you, bro. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I want to see Esnu playing for Bayern. I really do. I want to see him playing for Bayern. The next season, he is the backup left back for me. But I'm sure they'll get rid of him. They don't want to see, like, you've got to give these time. Obviously not too much time to the point where you're losing games and so on. But, you know, like Esnu, when he come on in the Club World Cup, when we were like, well, however many nil up, the guy he did terrible. No one's out here saying that Esnu was amazing that game. And if you are, with all due respect, you're blind. But, like, yeah, man, it's peak. It's so peak. Have you gotten the Bayern home jersey? Yes, I do. It's behind my head. Just here. Yeah, just here. I've got both of them, the home and the away, and both of them have got the Thomas Muller print. I'm going to actually get the review for that out tomorrow. Max Eberl is closely monitored. Bro, get me Eze, that'd be amazing. For Rafael Leão, Milan is asking for 80 million with add-ons, which the board is unwilling to pay. Yep, and that's fair enough. Like that, I agree with. We should pay the money, but don't do a Man United and pay too much money. You know what I mean? You don't want to pay the ridiculous amount of money. Bacola is untouchable. Nico is going to Barca. Our board isn't interested in Rodrigo. There we go. PRB. Has the Muller home one sold out? I can have a check. Store. Let me have a fucking look. Nope. The only size that's sold out is 4XL, but I'm guessing none of you guys in here are 4XL. So, Esnu wants. Esnu was the. Esnu was wonderful for. He had some great games. Yeah, exactly, bro. I'm like, look at it twisted. I'm not out here saying that he should replace Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies is a wonderful player. You know what I mean? And he is the starter for us. And when he's on his game, he's the best left back in the world because he's ridiculously fast, good in the passing, good at getting past players, and then he can obviously with the speed get back and defend. But like, give him at least a chance. Stanisic is a youth product. He's in our team and he's been playing games, but pick a freaking position. I've seen him play left centre back, left back, right back, and right centre back. There's nothing wrong with versatility, but come on, man. Like, come on. It's dumb. The transfer turmoil makes me sad. I agree. We need to sack our current board again. I agree. Hansard and Oliver Kahn were much better than the current bosses. Only can bring joy to. Yeah, I can't go against that. I really can't go against that. Yo, Zia, man, how are you, brother? Bless up, my brother. Every single time, man. Bro, my internet crashed about 12 times yesterday. Bit of an exaggeration, probably about 5 times. Crashed twice in the stream that we were doing about your match reaction. Then it crashed a couple times after that. My question is why Tom Bishop didn't get subbed on. Yeah, he needs to in this game. Boca Juniors, I either want to see him start or I want to see him play. But if he doesn't get minutes, I'm going to be pissed. I really am. Because this is the time that you get, like, we're going, with all due respect to them, we're going against Boca Juniors. We're not going against Prime Madrid. We're not going against Prime Barca. This isn't a Champions League final. You know what I mean? Like, realistically, we're probably going to get through anyway. You know? So, why not give us a chance, you know? Max Eberl get someone spiked. Company should trust our young players. I agree. We're crying for a left back, man. I've not seen my team have such a low IQ left back ever, and add Mendy to make the wound worse. Yeah, because obviously, I wouldn't say you haven't had a left back since Marcelo left, have you? So no, I'm with you on that. But yeah, like that's personally how I see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. But so, you know what I mean? But it's going to reach, in certain parts of England today, it's going to reach 37 degrees. I think it's going to be, what did the missus say? Was it 35 today where I am? Or is it 35 or is it 32? Either way, it's freaking hot. In my opinion, give Paul Vanner a chance and cut his loan. This is the time because our prime targets have snubbed us. Yep. I don't disagree. And then if he's not worth it, then you sell him, don't you? Like Paul Vanner was really good at the start of the season and then he just dipped off. But again, these players at times need to flourish in a team that's better. You know what I mean? Like, cool. If you go and put Jamal Musiala in a shit team, I'm sure he's going to do well. But there will be games where he won't do so well because he didn't get that good pass or he didn't have that player to pass to or this or that. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, you would just have a team, you know, you would literally just have Prime Barca with Messi in it. You know what I mean? So, now with Nico going to Barca, who will be our target winger? Well, from right now, it will be, right this second, bro, it is, what's his name? Rafael Leao, by the looks of it. But it's just saga season, man. It's saga season for Bayern. And for the money that you're going to spend on him, bro, go and get me Gokares. Because then you've got your striker when Kane leaves. Kane will leave next season. I don't see him extending his contract. And if he does, I'll be very surprised because I don't know. Maybe he does. I could see you going into next season without signing a left winger. And if that's the case, Baron, bro, Max Eberl needs to go. I think he needs to go anyway, but in that sense, you know, we can't go into next season without him. Especially as you're not going to go and give Arakunda any game time, most likely. You're selling Brian Zaragoza and he's not even had a chance in a Bayern shirt, which is disgusting and disgraceful. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's peak. Bacola's better than Leo. Yeah, Bacola's hard to get though, Jad, because he wants to stay, mate. He wants to stay, and they want to keep him. And the way that manager works is he likes to rotate quite a lot. We should be demanding signings. Facts. In next season, Kane. Yeah. Next season is Kane's last year. Yeah. What the fuck is that noise, man? But he changed his agent. I don't know, bro. I don't know. If you don't get a winger, I'd play Esnu as the left back and Davies as a winger. I wouldn't be against it, bro. Why not see something like that, bro? Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Like, you guys know my opinion, man. Like, it's peak. It's so peak, bro. So yeah, man. It's dumb though. It's dumb at times as well. Brazil wasn't that bad. I can't lie. Get the sack Nagelsmann. Yeah. The thing with him, bro, is that he put Leroy Sané on a big money. But I can assure you right now, Jamal Musiala would not have gone anywhere near close to the contract that he was on. Alphonso Davies would have been signed, sealed, and delivered. We would have not have had the saga of will he go to Madrid or not, because he was about to sign before we sacked him. Bro literally had a freaking meeting scheduled for the week after we won the league to sign him on a brand new deal. They were close. He was obviously the guy that brought him in, but they sacked him, and then that's when the shit just fucking hit the fan and whatever else, you know. Our board is unbelievable. I'm like a small club, behaving like a small club. I can't read. It's really heartbreaking. I agree. We should play Carl. He played in the Club World Cup, like he played for us, bro. Yeah, bring him in, and I want him in that team tomorrow. Tomorrow? No, it's not tomorrow, is it? Saturday morning. I want to see him play. I would even drop Oliseh, because you could bring Oliseh on and he would have an instant impact. So give him some game time. Our board are behaving like Auckland, literally. Why didn't Davies join Real Madrid? I don't know, man. He wants to stay at Bayern by the looks of it. Obviously, I don't have inside information or anything like that, but I don't know. I really can't tell you. We don't have a squad which can play 60 to 65 matches a year. Maximum players are aging. Yeah, and they're getting injured, aren't they? They're getting injured because of it. And this is, again, you make a really, really good point. This is, again, why we need to go and sign players. Because moving like a fucking fraud ain't going to help. If we win the Club World Cup, we get we've got no excuses and have to spend bit. Yeah, 100%, bro. But that's the thing, Red Machine, bro. Number one, you're not wrong. But at the same time, you get money anyway. The reason that there's a Club World Cup, there's $1 billion in prize money, is because that is spread over all of the clubs that are in the competition. So if we get knocked out in this this round and we don't progress, we get a good amount of money. Not amazing, but a good amount of money. Round of 16, good amount of money. Quarters, good amount of money. Semis, good amount of money. Final, good amount of money. Win the thing, then obviously you get 100 million. So we're still going to have a good amount of money. So yeah, it's peak. We will give you Brahim Diaz as a good act of charity for free. We'll add Vinny as a sweetener. Man said we'll add Vinny as a sweetener, bro. Bro, Bayern wanted to pay 150 million on first, but can't afford 3 more. Facts. If we can manage to reach the semi-final of the Club World Cup, we get around 40 to 45 million roughly. Well, there we go. That's a good amount of money. That's a signing, isn't it? So, you know what I mean? Good work going on outside my window. I can hear it. Hopefully the mic isn't picking up, but my bad if it is. Bayern never put a bid in for Wirtz. That was never on the cards. To be fair, we didn't. But I think we were waiting for a transfer request personally, and then we would have, because then all of the things are then in your hand. That's how I see that personally. But yeah, man, if anybody is new, please do hit the subscribe button. Bless up to everybody. We are going to be live. Well, we're going to, as soon as we end the stream, we're going live straight away with some FIFA, FC25. Then we're going to have a video out for you guys, and then we're going to have a special stream, which I'm not going to talk about too much until it happens. Another special stream, and then I'm going to be going on shows. So, yeah, man. Why did reject us? I don't know. From what's being said, he didn't like the way we were talking about basically signing them. National League or basically international friendlies that need to be banned ASAP. Yeah, they're a joke, aren't they? I agree. This one of the seasons we cannot we can do a successful because of the Club World Cup happens every 4 years. Do you think it's possible? Do I think it's the likelihood is no, bro. But you just never know. You never know. Certain things start clicking. Max Eberl starts doing a madness, and we start getting this and that. Like, it'd be crazy. If Max Eberl really wanted first, we still have a chance to hijack him. But the board doesn't want this. It's clear now. Yeah, I think even if we did a bit for first, I think Leverkusen would have made it hard for Bayern. Oh no, they would have made it hard for Bayern, but all of the cards are then in your hand because if he only wanted Bayern and so on, then it's like we're offering you the money and you're not giving a thing. Then the player's unhappy. Then you're not going to get a good player if he stays, because he's going to be unhappy. You know what I mean? Then he could go on strike. Then he could do this and he could do that. You know. I'm praying to see PSG versus Madrid. I want Kvara and Dembele against Jude's boyfriend Trent. Bro, Trent's screwed, bro. I've been telling people this, though, man. I was telling people this, wasn't I? So, but yeah, bless up to everybody. We're going to go over now and play some FIFA because I've been gagging to play. I want to play some games. But yeah, man, bless up to everybody. Let me just go live on that one. There we go. So then everyone gets sent straight over. But yeah, man, I hope everybody is good. Smash up the likes if you haven't already. I said gagging pause. Nah, man, I really, really want to play some FIFA, bro. You get my point. But yeah, bless up to everybody. I'm going to send everybody over now to my other channel. My other video. Other channel. What am I about? And yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, bless up. Thank you for the constant support on the channel as always. You guys are legends. And yeah, man, if you want to go and watch some FIFA, I will redirect now.